Today's fiction find from the library is Peek by Roland Smith, and this is part of our adventure section in the library. After 14-year-old Peek Marcello was arrested for scaling a New York City skyscraper, he left with two choices: wither away in juvenile detention, or go live with his long-lost father, who runs a climbing company in Thailand. But Peek quickly learns that his father's renewed interest in him has strings attached. Big strings. As owner of Peek Expeditions, he wants his son to be the youngest person to reach the Everest summit, and his motives are selfish at best. Even so, for a climbing addict like Peek, tackling Everest is the challenge of a lifetime, but it's also one that could cost him his life. If you are interested in this adventure novel, come see us in the library and we'll get it in your hands. Today's nonfiction library find is An Invisible Thread. On one rainy afternoon on a crowded New York City street corner, 11-year-old Maurice met Laura. Maurice asked Laura for spare change because he was hungry, and something made Laura stop and ask Maurice if she could take him to lunch instead. Maurice and Laura went to lunch together and also bought ice cream cones and played video games. It was the beginning of an unlikely and magical friendship that changed both of their lives forever. An Invisible Thread is the true story of the bond between an 11-year-old boy and a busy executive, a heartwarming journey of hope, kindness, adventure, and love, and the power of fate to help us find our way. Miss Laura, I consider my childhood a gift, Maurice said. As hard as it was, it taught me the right way to raise my own children. I saw what my father did, and I might have grown up thinking that was the only way to be a dad. But then I met you, and you taught me there was another way. Laura smiled and fought the urge to cry. She looked at Maurice as if she could hardly believe how much he'd grown. Now he was no longer a young boy, but a young man. All my life I carried the bad things in my childhood around with me, and they made me sad, she said. But then I met you, Maurice, and you were so brave. You taught me the most valuable lesson about life. You taught me not to feel bad about the things I don't have, and instead to feel blessed by the things I do have. You taught me that the true blessings in life are often right there in front of you, maybe even standing on a corner holding out their hand. And that's how you saved me, Maurice. So this is a true story, and if it's something that you think you may be interested in, you can find this in the 920 section of our nonfiction area.